The solid thunk of the door on the Jetta.
Thanks, mister.
Another example of Volkswagen quality. That's the power of German engineering.
During the Memorial Day event, lease the 2012 Jetta for $159 a month or get 0.9% APR.
That right there reminds you why you fell in love with her in the first place and why you still feel the same. But your erectile dysfunction, that could be a question of blood flow. Cialis for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
Braves win 5-4 your final. Stay tuned for Braves Live coming up next, presented by AT&T. Tom Hart will chat with one of the Braves hitting stars, Dan Uggla. We'll also hear from Freddie Gonzalez and get you all of tonight's highlights. The series even at a game apiece. Braves a winner 5-4. For Joe Simpson and Tom Hart, I'm Chip Carey, inviting you to stay tuned for Braves Live. It's coming up next.
Let's play indoors this weekend. All we need is a couple of gallons of our hardest working paint.
The former Brave with 3 base hits, one of those a home run in game number 1, 2 runs scored. Popped up to the left side. Jack Wilson is at short tonight. He's hustling all the way over, and the catch is made by Costanza, the left fielder, for the first out. Very good speed out in left as we take a look at the defense for Freddie Gonzalez's club. Bourn, great speed in center. Hayward is in right. Prado, Wilson, Uggla, and Freeman along the infield. Behind the plate, Brian McCann. And around the horn all season long is presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Your Skip Schumacher riding a 7-game hitting streak. At a 5th inning single last night. And during the streak, he has batted .346 and scored 7 runs. The 0-1 pitch. 0-2. We saw Jack Wilson hustling out, Al, and sliding here, but Costanza near the line and also near the fans and avoiding a shortstop, concentrating to make the play.
Well, Costanza has that great speed, so a little different than some of the other left fielders that have been out there.
Martin Prado most notably, and Prado is at third base filling in for the injured Chipper Jones.
And Jack Wilson has become the personal shortstop for Tim Hudson.
Right down the middle, and that's a strikeout of Schumacher.
Tim Hudson throws that fastball, tails back to the corner. Really has kind of gotten away from his split finger pitch and primarily becoming a sinker slider type pitcher. This is his 384th start, 385th career appearance.
Unfortunately for the Cardinals, Beltran not in the lineup. Extended history against the right-hander, 74 at bats. And Carlos with a .351 average with 4 home runs. So no Beltran, and he's tucked away in that dugout.
Came to the ballpark early to try and get treatment on his knee, and they were hopeful it would respond. And maybe a better way to look at it is you got the off day tomorrow. You know, 2 full days off. Maybe that's the best remedy for the sore knee.
Carlos did have a steal of third base last night. He's now 1 shy of 300 in his career. And among active players, he's 14th all time and 3 behind Scott Pasednik, who's now with the Boston Red Sox.
That'll be a historic 300 steal because it would be the 8th major leaguer with 300 steals, 300 home runs, and the very first switch hitter.
That's out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Carlos Beltran, part of our keys to the game, and a key is that he's out. Holliday, good numbers, 7 for 21 against Tim Hudson, and Molina, who's batting cleanup tonight for the first time in his career, is 6 for 12.
Interesting as you look at right-handed batters are hitting 374 against Tim Hudson. Left-handers 240.
Here's a 2-2. The strikeout of Holliday and 2 in the inning for Tim Hudson. Kyle Loesch to the mound when we come back.
It's game on Fox Sports Midwest.
We are Black Hawk. We are Sports Out.
2 strikeouts and just 12 pitches for Tim Hudson in his first inning of work tonight. Now the Braves go to work as they get another piece of their lineup puzzle back tonight. Freddie Freeman hitting behind Dan Uggla. Brian McCann also in as the Atlanta catcher, with Costanza, Wilson, and Tim Hudson the lower third against right-hander Kyle Loesch.
He's in his 11th year, 33 years old, 6'2", 210 out of Chico, California. As we said, a hot start, but his 5 May starts an ERA of 4.40, quite a bit higher than he was working in April. We'll give you his Ford keys right after this pitch.
Which Michael Bourn hits to first. Nice play by Adams, and he'll take it to the bag himself. 1 down.
Nice play over there by the big man at first base. I thought of another nickname for him too, by the way, Mount Adams. Big as this guy is, but pretty nimble over there on that play. Here's the Ford keys for Kyle Loesch. Turner Road. Well, there's 2 things there. Turner Field, he's 2-0 in this ballpark in his career with a 2 ERA. He's 4-1 on the road this year, which is outstanding. And Commando, well, that just requires a little more explanation. This guy's got excellent control. He's only walked 9 batters this year in 62 innings, so he's going to be around the plate.
Had me worried there for a second.
Yeah. Came in with camo.
Here's Martin Prado. Martin was on base twice last night, had an infield hit and scored a run. He sports a .326 average. That's through the whole left side. A 1-out hit for Prado. He's having some kind of month.
Came in hitting .373 for the month of May and just added to that. High fastball, and for Loesch, a third key for him is that he's got to keep the ball down and work around the knees. Fastball, slider, changeup guy. Fastball around 90-91. And a career record of 107 and 107.
First pitch to Brian McCann is off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Brian had words with Manny Gonzalez, the home plate umpire, after that pitch was called a strike.
Our first look at Manny. Never seen him work behind the plate before.
Here's the rest of the umpiring crew for the finale of the series. Greg Gibson. That's Jerry Davis and Phil Cuzzy. Folks still filing into the ballpark. Nice chance to see the St. Louis Cardinals in regular season play.
Well, they just stopped off to get their McCann burger before they got to their seat.
Downstairs, 3-2.
Martine's been on a tear lately, running 7 out of 8 stolen bases.
He's going. And it's skied foul to the left side and into the second deck.
Martine executes a great crossover step on his steal attempts.
He's running again. And a high fly ball hit to right. Schumacher going back. That's at the fence, and look at that ball carry out of the ballpark for a homer.
Well, there are a lot of surprised people in the ballpark. One of them's me. The wind's been blowing in all during batting practice this afternoon, and all of a sudden the wind's just a light breeze blowing out toward right. That had to help this. Schumacher was kind of running toward the line and then had to make a left turn back to the fence. Right here, he was going toward the line, and then what? He couldn't believe it. Look at Kyle Loesch. I promise you, if you ask Brian McCann after the game about the one he just hit versus the one he hit last night in the 5th inning where he couldn't believe the ball stayed in the ballpark, he'll tell you the one last night was hit better.
Another strike to Dan Uggla.
Watch Brian's reaction. His head's down because he thought he just hit a fly ball out.
Well, you remember our series in Cincinnati when we were lamenting how the Reds pop-ups seemed to leave the ballpark and the Braves were hitting off the top of the fence? A little evening up perhaps for Brian as he hits his first homer since May 15th. And it gives Tim Hudson an early 2-0 lead. That's popped back our way. Molina gives chase. And he won't have a play.
I just was confused, and I'm sure Schumacher was amazed. He thought he had a beat on that fly ball. And for him to have to make a quick left turn back to the fence, that was very odd.
There's the first strikeout for the Cardinal right-hander. Dan Uggla is down swinging. 2 outs for Freddie Freeman.
Watch the right fielder. He's just checking the warning track and then all of a sudden had to do a drop step to get back to the fence. And it wasn't because he lost the baseball. He saw it all the way.
Freddie swings the first pitch and pops it toward left. Matt Holliday on the run, sliding, try and foul ground, and can't come up with it. Might have torn his uniform pants.
Good try. Kind of points out what a good play that was by Constanza over there on the foul ball by Furcal. This will take a little bit of an adjustment period for Freddie to get used to seeing and tracking the baseball through his glasses, but he'll be glad he did.
Fly ball center. That ball's well hit. Robinson back. How about one at bat?
smudges on those things.
His first homer since May 17th.
Tell you, there's one guy in the dugout not surprised. That's Greg Walker, his hitting coach, who told me after some work in the indoor cage today, he said he's back.
Jason Hayward hits a pop-up into shallow center. And that will retire the side. The Braves hit 2 homers last night. They hit 2 in the first inning tonight. Brian McCann hits a wind-aided shot to right. Freddie Freeman goes to straightaway center. And after 1 inning, Tim Hudson and the Braves enjoy a 3-0 lead over the Cardinals.
Hi, Mom. I got it.
Bravo, Alex. You're officially an actress. And waitress, dog walker, and flyer hand router, but mostly an actress. You just booked the coveted role of coffee patron number 4.
I even have a line. My line is a latte, please. I don't know, is she French? You know? Latte, please.
Good thing AT&T gives you unlimited calling to any mobile, so you can call everyone.
I know I have to say latte, but I feel like my character would drink tea.
Get unlimited calling to any mobile phone on any network when you get unlimited messaging. Rethink possible.
Come take a walk along 12 miles of beautiful, pristine beaches. Come watch nature, untouched by man's encroachment. Come enjoy 5-star dining. Come relax at Hilton Head Island, the jewel of the South. VacationPlay.tv is offering a 3-day, 2-night, all-inclusive vacation for just $99 per couple. That's right. You receive breakfast for 2, lunch for 2, and dinner for 2, plus 3 days and 2 nights at one of our luxurious hotels on Hilton Head Island, like the Comfort Inn or Park Lane Hotel. Hilton Head's only all-suite hotel, all for just $99 per couple. Call 800-893-5760 now to reserve your getaway. That's 800-893-5760 for your 3-day, 2-night getaway, plus our VIP food package. Married or engaged couples only. Call now. Live operators are waiting. 800-893-5760.
For Braves news, videos, and more, log on to foxsportssouth.com.
Well, how about the big innings for the Braves the last couple of nights?
2-run shot here for Mack when he thought he'd just hit a fly ball. And then Freddie Freeman got a high fastball that he hit out to center.
And not surprisingly, Yadier Molina goes after the first pitch from Tim Hudson. He missed it and is quickly down a strike. Give Tim an early lead and you're in real good shape usually.
Well, he's 145-5 if you get him 4 runs while he's still in the game. Kyle Loesch only allowed 4 homers prior to the first inning.
Wilson at short. And Molina is the 4th straight man Tim Hudson's retired tonight. Here's Adams. He's driven home 3 runs in the series. Was 0 for 3 last night after a 3 for 5 start in the series opener. He'll ground to second. Tim Hudson loves that. 2 outs. Tonight only, purchase a Father's Day 4-game plan and get 2 tickets to 4 Sunday games against the Orioles, Mets, Phillies, and Dodgers for as low as $136. You'll also get 2 catch-on-the-field passes to use for one of your games. Call 404-577-9100 now. Second baseman Tyler Green bats with the bases clear. And 1 ball, no strikes. Green's 1 for 9 in the series. That hit a second inning triple in game 1.
Again, their aggressiveness early in the count, and Tim Hudson with his good sinking action. That'll be a good combination tonight if this keeps up.
High fly to left. Costanza going back. And what the wind giveth for Braves, it takes away from the Cardinals. Green hit that a ton, and it was blowing straight in. And Costanza caught it on the warning track. Hudson has retired the first 6 and leads 3-zip. 3-0 Atlanta. Brian McCann and Freddie Freeman have hit first inning home runs. Freddie's first game back with his new eyeglasses. As Costanza shows bunt and missed it for a first pitch strike. Base hit to right for Costanza. Big turnaround first. Schumacher up cleanly. And good start to the Braves' second inning. Merrill Lewis Dyer on Twitter. New eyes equals bigger ball. 4 homer night.
Yeah, that adjustment period lasted all of about 60 feet 6 inches for Freddie.
Jack Wilson, the Braves' 8th place hitter tonight. 5 for 16 lifetime against Loesch.
Last night, Freddie Gonzalez had Costanza batting 9th, and he led off twice in his 3 at-bats. And as Tom Hart just pointed out to us, here he is tonight batting in the 7th spot, and he gets to lead off another inning. Good timing.
Fly ball center. Robinson is there and has it for the first out. Tim Hudson will try to help himself. And this is a matchup that Tim doesn't mind. Little Tim Hudson history took place against Kyle Loesch back in 2009.
Yeah, in St. Louis, off Kyle Loesch. His first big league homer into the Braves bullpen.
Tim gets the bunt down. Costanza to second, 2 outs. And a chance for Michael Bourn to help the Braves cause. He rolled out to first. Adams made a terrific play to start the game in the bottom half of the inning. And Adams again takes care of Michael Bourn and the Braves. No runs, a hit, a man left. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Braves 3, St. Louis nothing.
The 390 horsepower Ram 1500 Express with 20-inch wheels, 20 miles per gallon, and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It says a lot about you in a deep Hemi Rumble sort of way. Trade in and get $6,700 in total values, plus make no payments for 90 days on Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Ram.
I'll see you in a little bit. You know, the great thing about Academy Sports and Outdoors is while he's checking out the fishing and camping gear, I try on jeans. Or something great for outdoors. Or working out. The hottest brands of athletic and casual shoes. I find ways to keep in shape. Plan my patio parties. See? Academy is the right stuff for sports and lots more at low prices every day. Wow, all set, hon? I know we'll be back.
So, dude, what is this you're listening to? You need to pump up some jams. I mean, come on, it's Friday. People want to dance. Yeah, Phil knows what I'm talking about, don't you, Phil? Let's break out the glow sticks. It's time to get this party started. Whoop, whoop. Wow, MJ in the house.
Thanks, man.
Sure. New Hanes tagless underwear. Go tagless.
It's the top of the third inning. And it is also trivia time.
And there are the father and brother of Gretchen Caney, who probably gave us an easy question tonight.
I don't know. It's been awfully tough on the homestand since 2005. Tim Hudson has 92 wins, fourth most as a National League pitcher. Who has the most wins since 2005 in the National League? Daniel Descalso, the Cardinal third baseman, takes a called strike.
A guy that comes to mind immediately is a Cardinal, Chris Carpenter, but boy, he's been hurt so much. Maybe that cuts into his rating.
Bouncing ball to second. Cardinals are really hitting the top half of the ball in the first three innings tonight. 7 up, 7 down for Hudson. Braves fans, get tracking with Game Connect on FoxSportsSouth.com. This powerful tool brings you pitch counts, player-pitcher matchups, and the most talked about moments of the game. Check out Game Connect right now on FoxSportsSouth.com. Here's Shane Robinson. And he scalds one down the left field line and pulls it foul. On a hop, it ends up in the Cardinal bullpen.
Because of the first inning runs that Tim has allowed, it kind of skews his ERA in the first three innings with a 5.50 ERA. In the middle three innings, it's microscopic. So he's retired the first 7 men he's faced. That's a real nice improvement over that ERA in the first three because of all the runs given up in the first.
Little pop shallow right. It'll hang up for Jason Hayward.
He's making some really good pitches, but what's nice, as we figured, and that is that the Cardinals will be swinging early and often. They're holding his pitch count down here so far. That's nice.
A strike to Loesch. How many runs for Hudson in the first inning this year?
9. 9 of the 18 he allowed.
And that's in 2 starts. 5 against the Rockies in Denver, 4 against the Nationals here.
Kyle Loesch has a couple of hits off Tim. We showed you the home run Hudson hit off of Loesch. Loesch is 2 for 6 against Tim.
That's over the outside corner. Tim Hudson has struck out 3 men in 3 perfect innings.
Need a new car? Now's the time to get amazing deals from Toyota, the full-line brand with the longest-lasting vehicles during Toyota's Save in May sales event. Right now, get 2.9% APR on the new 2012 Tacoma, the best-selling compact pickup in America. Plus, get Toyota Care, a complimentary plan that includes oil changes, roadside assistance, and more.
Toyota's Save in May sales event ends June 4th. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
Announcing new nonstop service from Atlanta to Los Angeles for just $160 one way, beginning June 10th. Hurry and book now online, only at southwest.com.
The 390 horsepower Ram 1500 Express. With 20-inch wheels, 20 miles per gallon, and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It says a lot about you, in a deep Hemi Rumble sort of way. Trade in and get $6,700 in total values, plus make no payments for 90 days on Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Ram.
Power up your Fox Sports Game Connect now for the ultimate Braves second screen experience. Track every pitch, monitor the stats, and interact with Braves Country. Fox Sports Game Connect is live right now on foxsportssouth.com.
Braves 3, Cardinals nothing as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. All season long, Braves baseball brought to you by our friends at Academy Sports and Outdoors, the right stuff and the low price. Joe Simpson, Chip Carey, Tom Hart. Game 3 of the series between the Braves and the Cardinals. Another hit and a run for Martin Prado tonight. That came in the 1st inning. Brian McCann brought him home with a homer. Freddie Freeman hit a solo shot. Peter Moylan's busy on Twitter tonight. He's just been crowned the patron saint of raking.
If there was such a thing, Peter, you are right. What a month of May he's had. And for you fans that aren't familiar with that baseball vernacular, raking means hitting.
Popped up. Molina gives chase, and it's off the screen. That's a foul ball. A new life for Prado. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Brushed the screen before it got into the glove.
Up the middle and passed for call. When you're hot, that's what happens to you.
Well, that's just raking.
Yes. And here's Tom Hart.
And Chip, when you're not, you're not. And that's been the case with Brian McCann up until his first at-bat today. I asked him before the game, how do you keep yourself up and positive when so many at-bats don't go your way?
You just keep grinding. I mean, you just keep working hard, and that's all you can do. You know, sometimes you're going to be hot, sometimes you're not. So, you know, right now I'm just trying to fight through this and have some better ABs.
And a much better AB in the first, a 2-run home run for Mac.
And he takes a letter-high strike in the 3rd inning with Prado at first, 1 on, nobody out.
Remember how frustrated he was last night at the bat rack after that fly out too, because he really thought he got that one. I did too. He crushed it and it stayed in the park. tonight he hit a ball to straightaway right that looked like a routine fly. He dropped his head. Schumacher had to change directions, and it carried out. So he was due a little luck, if you want to call that one luck.
Bouncing ball on one short hop to second. And Prado trapped in no man's land. And easy out at second, and the Cardinals turn the double play. 2 outs.
No chance there if you're the base runner. Nice play by Green on the short hop, but Martin had to stop for fear that he was going to catch it on the fly. Dan Uggla, though, we were showing you that graphic at the beginning of the broadcast about his work compared to last year, and really there's no comparison. So many different fronts, but especially his patience too with all the walks. Even during the losing streak, he was the one guy getting on base. He may not be getting a ton of hits, but he was on base.
Looping line drive into right. That'll drop for a 2-out hit.
For those of you that missed it, take a look at this for Dan Uggla compared to 2011 through 51 games. Look at the on-base percentage difference. That's 129 points better. Home runs about the same, but RBIs twice as many and twice as many walks, and he's been in there for every pitch.
Might be surprised to know that Dan Uggla is second in the National League in walks this year. Joey Votto of the Reds has 43. Dan has 34.
How many for Dan that are intentional? You have that? I probably got it right here. Just one. I'll bet you Votto's got at least a dozen, 10 or 12.
And the other impressive thing about Uggla's numbers during this run, the number of runs he scored this year and the improvement in that category. Scored 15 more runs. Excuse me, pop up into shallow left. Holliday comes in, can't make the play, and Uggla's going to come around, and he's going to try to score, and he will.
There's another thing about Dan Uggla. Put a check mark next to his base running too, and the fact we talk about how he hustles to first on every ground out and busts it. Well, how many times on pop-ups do you see guys just halfway run around the bases? He was hustling all the way around, and on a pop-up, because of the wind that dropped out in shallow left, he scores anyway. And stole a run for Atlanta right there, thanks to the misplay on the wind. Funny things going on fly balls right now.
And funny things going on with our stats too. That run for Uggla now gives him 16 more runs scored through the same number of games this year than last season. Remarkable.
Freddie Freeman's off to a good start.
Routine homer and a double. A little bit of a Chipper Jones magic working for the Braves first baseman. Miss a few games, come back, have a big night at the plate. So there's that fourth run for Tim Hudson. Jason looks inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Hayward takes a walk.
On Freddie's pop-up out behind short, it looked like a routine fly to left, and that's why Matt Holliday called for it. And then all of a sudden it started getting blown back for call, and Holliday could see Raphael out of the corner of his eye. So when it started getting pushed more and more back to the infield right here, he saw for call and pulled up. For call comes up, double clutches. He's got a great arm, as you know, but that double clutch allowed Uggla the time he needed to get in there.
And now it allows Costanza to bat with 2 on, 2 out, and another Braves run across. 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. What did we hear David Ross talk about last night on our interview during the ball game? Losing is contagious, so is winning, so is good baseball. Braves did enough of the good things last night. It's carried over into game 3 of the series tonight.
That walk to Hayward, just the 10th issued by Loesch this year.
Line drive, base hit. Here comes Freddie around 3rd. Hayward heads to 3rd. It's 5-0.
I'd say Jose Costanza has made his presence known right away. No stride, kept that front foot down to help him try to stay back after getting fooled on an off-speed pitch on the one before, and then perfectly placed just out of the reach of Green. First RBI.
And a strike to Jack Wilson. Braves won last night with but 5 hits. They scored 5 runs. They have 5 runs on 8 hits already, and we're not through the 3rd inning. Wicked breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up. Let's see what the wind does with this one. Descalso right in front of the 3rd base coaching box puts the squeeze on that. And that retires the side. 2 more runs come across after 2 are out in the 3rd inning. And Tim Hudson leads by 5.
There are savings everywhere inside your home. You just need to know where to find them. With Georgia Power's EarthSense programs, you'll find rebates and incentives to help make energy efficiency improvements throughout your house. Official energy partner of Finding Hidden Savings. Official energy partner of you. Customers can receive a free in-home energy audit performed by an energy expert from Georgia Power. Go to georgiapower.com to schedule an audit.
Times are good, aren't they, kids? It's nice having U-verse, isn't it? See, back in my day, we didn't have these newfangled wireless receivers. We had to watch basketball in the living room. That's where the TV outlet was. And if Mom was hosting a book club that day, guess what? You missed it. We couldn't just move the TV all willy-nilly all over the house. Kids today have it so good.
Okay.
The wireless receiver only from AT&T. Get U-verse TV for $29 a month for 6 months. AT&T.
When the competition saw the success of the Acura MDX, they tried to copy it.
but they don't have super handling all-wheel drive, as well as standard Bluetooth connectivity, leather, rear-view camera, and a 2012 Edmunds.com Best Retained Value Award. So while we're flattered, an imitation is still just an imitation. The one and only MDX.
Visit your local Acura dealer. Luxury, intelligently priced.
Don't miss Braves Live after the game, presented by AT&T.
Well, this is the kind of game summary we like to see. It's our Hardee's game summary, a 5-0 Atlanta start.
Well, it's been a while since we've had 4 A's on caps, isn't it? But what a start for the Braves tonight. In support of Tim Hudson, Brian McCann launched his 7th homer of the year, made it 2-0. Freddie Freeman's first at bat back in the lineup. See ya, dead center. His 8th homer of the year. Nice reception in the dugout, as you might expect, with his new goggles. And the Braves just added 2 more in the 3rd inning with some clutch hitting and good hustle and a little help from the wind.
Yeah, Turner Field tonight's playing a little like Wrigley Field in Chicago. Wind-blown balls in the first 3 innings tonight. And Hudson has a big lead. He can go right after these Redbirds. He's set down the first 9 in order so far.
And again, 100, his record 145-5 when he receives 4 or more runs while he's in the game.
Up the middle, and that's the first Cardinal hit. So Tim will go to the stretch for the first time tonight. And this evening only buy a Father's Day 4-game plan and get 2 tickets to 4 Sunday games against the Orioles, Mets, Phillies, and Dodgers for as low as $136. You'll also receive 2 catch on the field passes to use for one of your games. Call 404-577-9100 now. Freeman at first, steps on the bag, fires a rocket to second, and that is dropped. Jack Wilson said he applied the tag. He did, but dropped the baseball and for calls ruled safe.
I don't know how that ball came out because Freddie Freeman threw a laser down there that had to have stuck in his glove a little bit. What a good play by Freddie. Fresh back into the lineup, steps on the bag, fast runner. They had him. But on the slide, ball jarred loose.
And now Matt Holliday up the middle. For call around third, will score without a play. And the Cardinals are on the board. Matt Holliday does it again. He wears out the Braves, and he has his 33rd RBI.
Michael Bourne's charging this ball hard, but watch the baseball. Watch this ball start snaking. See it changing directions? It's hard to really charge the ball like you would like to when the ball starts doing that, and that's just all has to do with the grain of the grass and the way the grass is cut to make the ball do funny things like that, and you got to stay with it. And to his credit, he made sure the ball didn't get by him and conceded a run in the process to hold the runner at first.
Now Molina swings the first pitch and fouls it away. Strike 1 to the Cardinal catcher.
Watch again. Watch the baseball as it approaches Michael Bourne, how it zigzags. And it's subtle, but it's something outfielders deal with all the time. Sometimes you'll see a guy that looks like he overran the ball or overcharged it.
Now a shot to left center, but Michael got a good jump. 2 outs.
When really they had a beat on the ball when they were charging it, it just took one of those little zigs and maybe hit right off the web of the glove.
Here's Adams. He bounced out to second, his first and only time up. 5-1 game now in the 4th inning. Line toward left. Costanza on the run, on the track. He's got it. And that retires the side. The Cardinals pick up their first run. They do it on 2 hits, but still trail Tim Hudson. 5-1 now.
A route map shows you where we go, but not how we get there. Because in this
with Tim Hudson, Michael Bourn, and Martin Prado coming up for the 4th against Kyle Loesch. Tim swings the first pitch. 1 out. Hey Braves fans, Delta Day is back, so grab your phone and text Delta to South. That's Delta to 76884 for your chance to win round trip airfare for 2 anywhere Delta flies in the continental U.S. plus hotel accommodations and $250 spending cash. We will announce the winner on Delta Day, Wednesday, June 13th, during our telecast when the Braves take on the Yankees. Michael Bourn looking for his first base hit tonight. He's been retired at first twice. High fly ball hit toward left center. Holliday on the run. He won't get there. That'll bounce off the fence. Bourn has a double. His 10th 2-base hit of the year.
I mean to tell you, there's some odd things going on. First of all, maybe if the wind's not blowing in, that ball might get out of here. But perhaps because he hit it low enough and hit it lower than the stadium club, the wind didn't really slow it down and didn't allow Holliday a chance to run under it. He hit it right on the button. And he short hop off the fence.
Let's see if Martin can help the Braves get that St. Louis run back. Another multi-hit game for Martin Prado tonight. He's 13th in the last 22 games. Martin chased the ball off the plate and is the second out.
Braves have 9 hits today already off Loesch. The most he's allowed in a game was 2 starts ago against the Dodgers. He gave up 11 in 5 2/3 innings and yet only allowed 3 runs and actually left the ball game with the lead. Got a no decision when the bullpen gave it up. And Atlanta already with 9 and we're only in the 4th.
Strike one to catcher Brian McCann. Another fly ball to right. But this one caught by Schumacher, and that retires the Braves in the 4th inning. 5-1's your score.
Pull on those gardening gloves, and let's see how colorful an afternoon can be. With the Home Depot's certified advice to help us expand our palette and prices that keep our budgets firmly rooted, we can mix the right soil with the right ideas and bring even more color to any garden. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, Ortho Home Defense Max is just $4.88.
Chili's $20 dinner for two can boldly satisfy any craving. Share an appetizer, then choose 2 Chili's entrees like our classic bacon burger or our famous slow-smoked baby back ribs. Chili's $20 dinner for two.
The 390 horsepower Ram 1500 Express. With 20-inch wheels, 20 miles per gallon, and a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It says a lot about you, in a deep Hemi Rumble sort of way. Trade in and get $6,700 in total values, plus make no payments for 90 days on Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Ram.
Every time a local business opens its doors, or creates another laptop bag, or hires another employee, it's not just good for business, it's good for the entire community. At Bank of America, we know the impact that local businesses have on communities. That's why we extended $6.4 billion in new credit to small businesses across the country last year. Because the more we help them, the more we help make opportunity possible.
Early fireworks for the Braves tonight, who lead 5-1. Entering the top of our 5th inning, it's time for our McDonald's fan of the game.
Got a little dance machine working over there. And having a great time at the yard.
School's out over most of the Southeast, I presume. We'll see a lot more kids at the ballpark as the calendar turns to June. Next time Braves country will see Atlanta play here at Turner Field is on June 8th. Nice play at third by Prado to take away a hit for Tyler Green. Freddie Gonzalez earlier in the week said, Joe, he doesn't want to see Prado bouncing back and forth between third base and left field. He's starting to get some extended playing time at the hot corner now.
I think he'll be there for a while, at least until the Braves see another left-handed pitcher, which is Saturday, Gio Gonzalez for the Nats. But I think as long as there's no lefties and Constanza keeps doing what he's doing, he'll probably be in left, I would guess, and Martin at third.
One ball, no strikes. The count to Descalso, who bounced out to Dan Uggla his first time up. By the way, we're getting a lot of pressure from the truck. Do we have a guess at the trivia question, or do we need more time?
No, I have a guess. I've got 2 or 3 guys, and I just gotta figure out which one I'm going to pick.
Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brandon Dixon's up early in the Cardinals bullpen.
Tim's been very efficient, even though he had to face 5 guys last inning and gave up a run. He's only thrown 46 pitches. with 1 out in the 5th. 68 pitches through 4 innings for Loesch.
Another nice pick by Freeman, leads Hudson perfectly.
Welcome back, Freddie. I just don't think he's used to his glasses yet. Wait till he really gets used to them.
Now sometimes teams will ask for a player's bat to be checked if it's corked. You might wonder if those are X-ray glasses.
Might be. How about our Home Depot tools from the dugout? Finally got the tools right for Freddie's eyewear. And what a payoff tonight. A home run, a double, and 2 outstanding defensive plays. Those are the kind of tools you like.
It's inside to Shane Robinson, and kudos to the Braves medical staff, Dr. Alan Kozarski, for all of his hard work in diagnosing the vision issues for Freeman and helping him work through that very frustrating couple of weeks. But if tonight's any indication, looks like they've found a perfect solution. In the air to center, Michael Bourne's got that. Hudson continues to roll along. He's through 5 innings with a 5-1 lead.
How are things on the West Coast? I hear you moving. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. All my exes live in Texas. On the bayou.
The perfect song for everywhere can be downloaded almost anywhere.
The nation's largest 4G network, covering 2,000 more 4G cities and towns than Verizon. Rethink possible.
What if everything ran on gas? Then again, what if everything didn't? The 100% electric, zero gas Nissan Leaf. Innovation for the planet, innovation for all.
Back at Turner Field, where the Braves lead the Cardinals 5-1. The bespectacled Freddie Freeman is due up second this inning. Tom Hart back at the ballpark. He told me today it doesn't matter what he looks like as long as he can see the baseball.
I'm hearing a lot of sabos and all that stuff, so, you know, I don't care what I look like as long as I can see the ball. You know, you can call me whatever you want.
You grew up a Lakers fan, right?
I did.
Kurt Rambis might not be a bad
point.
fit.
Yeah, that's a good one. Anybody with glasses. Hopefully I can hit like Reggie Jackson. He wore glasses, so that'd be nice.
Sabo comparisons don't really work, guys. Those are true rec specs and goggles. These are just sports glasses.
Dan Uggla swings the first pitch and skies it toward left. In left center field, Robinson takes over and makes the play for the first out.
Yeah, you're right, Tom. These are not like he went to play racquetball and brought those specs with him from racquetball. These are pretty good looking glasses.
Another tweet to Peter Moylan, take this in the nicest way possible, but Freeman looks just like you in those sports goggles. And for Peter, good looking kid.
A good response.
Liner foul. It's 0-2. Cardinal fans happy. She came away with a souvenir. Her club's on the short end of a 5-1 game. Tom, you have more on the spectacles for Freddie Freeman?
Yeah, Chip, he actually has another pair coming from a different supplier that will arrive in D.C. on Friday. But he was so excited to get this pair. He was one of the first ones in the clubhouse stay, immediately put them on, ran into the cage, and took cuts in his street clothes.
That's wonderful. And I can tell you this, Tom, after no matter what happens the rest of tonight, and no matter what they look like in D.C. with the new ones, these have got a prominent place already. And you know how superstitious ball players are.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Everyone was concerned that there would be an adjustment period, quite literally, for Freeman in the glasses. Wouldn't know it tonight. He's made a couple of great defensive plays. And he's hit the ball hard twice in 3 trips and is retired for the first time in the 5th inning on a comebacker to Kyle Loesch. 2 quick outs.
On our Academy Sports and Outdoor leaderboard, Kyle Loesch talked about him being commando. Well, he's only walked 1 tonight, but coming into the game, he was ranked 4th in baseball in fewest walks per 9 innings. Tonight, his location issues have been more about too much of the plate.
Cardinals Brain Trust may have a decision to make about Loesch. His spot's due up in the 6th inning. Leading things off, they're down 5-1. Dixon was up early for the Cardinals, but he's not pitching now, so we will see after Hayward's at bat, perhaps. And Jason swings and misses and is tagged out by Molina. 3rd strikeout for Loesch. He retires the Braves in order in the 5th. Pitcher due first against Tim Hudson.
Got it. Move. Run for your life. That was awesome! Woo-hoo!
What's the easiest way to find, finance, and even set up service for your next vehicle? NissanMall.com. Only Sutherland Nissan lets you search and sort 600 new Nissans. Georgia's largest Nissan dealer. Plus, choose from hundreds of high-quality pre-owns at NissanMall.com. You can also find out how much your trade is worth, or even apply for financing. It's everything you need, except for the test drive. Sutherland Nissan Mall of Georgia. It's easy, it's simple, it's Sutherland. Log on to NissanMall.com.
I remember as a kid eating cheese pizza from the local pizzeria, and that's what we were in New York, and that's what we tried to bring to Georgia. The ingredients are the most important thing about the restaurant.
Our dough is made fresh on premises every day.
Fresh vegetables, whole milk mozzarella cheese, fresh packed tomatoes from California.
Our ingredients may be a little more expensive, but it's something you taste. It's something you're going to know when you eat it.
Johnny's Pizza. It's a neighborhood pizzeria.
Don't miss Braves Live after the game, presented by AT&T.
It's the top of the 6th inning already, and the Braves enjoy a 5-1 lead behind Tim Hudson. And the night is indeed finished for Kyle Loesch. Adron Chambers will come on and pinch hit.
We've seen him in each of the first 2 games of this series. And he has struck out each time.
Loesch gave up 5 runs, 9 hits in 5 innings tonight. He struck out 3. And 2 homers in the first inning. And Hudson quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes.
Like the Braves, Cardinals have been beset by a lot of injuries and to key players. And just talking tonight to longtime radio voice and former Cardinal player Mike Shannon. I mean, as long as he's been around the game, he said, you know, I just don't remember a time where league-wide there are so many key players hurt.
Looping line drive into shallow right center field, drops in for Chambers. And he's got a pitch single to start the 6th inning. Yeah, Joe, a couple of years ago, people were talking about the year of the pitcher. This year might be the year of the injury.
Well, he's old school. I'm old school. We start wondering about today's modern training techniques, the fact that the guys don't take a lot of time off in the wintertime to get ready for the next season. They try to stay in shape year round. Their bodies don't get enough rest. It's almost like, as he said, it's almost like they've got too much help. There's too much workout, too much stretching, too much of everything, and the body pays for it sooner or later.
Well, that's what Whitey Herzog said, and it's not even really old school. That's something Whitey talked about 30 years ago when he was the Cardinal manager, and he used a car analogy to describe what's happening with the so-called modern player. He said today's modern player is like a fancy sports car. You hit a pothole, car's going to go into the shop for a couple of weeks for a front end alignment, new ball bearings, new rims, all that stuff. So players need to be a little more like Ford pickup trucks. Very reliable, very dependable. He said, hey, instead of all this modern training technique, go out and eat a big steak and have a beer or 2 after the game and get ready and go get them tomorrow. That was Whitey's philosophy. Two balls, no strikes. Up the middle, Wilson, what a flip. The turn not in time. Nice play to force Chambers at second. For Call's speed allows him to reach with 1 out.
Jack got his hand kind of trapped under him. The weight was leaning on his glove and hand, and he couldn't get enough on the toss to really give Dan Uggla a chance. Freddie Freeman made it close with the splits here. But with Furcal running, that was going to be a tough one. Good range by Jack, though, up the middle. Saved a hit.
Can't get to that one, though. Schumacher goes to left. And Costanza fell down, but Furcal stops at second.
Okay, Skip Schumacher's really made an impression on me in this series. That's his 4th hit in 3 games. But remember, he also got robbed his last time up on that hot shot down the line that Freddie Freeman made a good play on. And I've really never thought of him as much more than just kind of a utility player, because I know he's played a lot of second base. Now filling in for John Jay in the outfield, tonight playing right field. But he's been impressive and can swing the bat.
And he sets things up for Matt Holliday. 2 on, 1 out. 5-1 Braves game in the 6th. Schumacher's been kind of on the position yo-yo. He's an outfielder that converted to second base in 2009. And really grew defensively in that position, but because of the injuries you mentioned, he's back in the outfield and playing well again for the Cardinals this year. Up the middle, Wilson can't get that one. And Furcal will score his second run of the game. And it's now a 5-2 score as Holliday has both Redbird RBIs.
And they both come after the Braves were not able to turn what should have been, or could have been rather, a double play. Just out of the reach of Wilson. Diving effort, couldn't knock it down. Remember, Furcal was safe on that throw down from Freeman where they needed to apply the tag, and he knocked the ball loose out of Jack Wilson's glove back in the 4th inning.
So a chance for Tim to get an extra breath or two. And a notorious first pitch hitter in the batter's box in Yadier Molina, who represents the tying run.
He's still getting ground balls. Just needs one hit right at somebody here on the infield.
Big breaking ball, and Molina down a strike.
Molina last year to have been 65 runs, 62 the year before that. He's already got 32, half of that already this year. Two good sliders for swings and misses. Might have been a cutter instead, but had great location on it just off the plate.
Caught the corner. 2 outs.
Like any good pitcher, and especially one with the control of Tim Hudson, after getting him to swing and miss at those cutters or sliders off the plate a little bit, he comes back to that same spot. And while he missed the one before, he didn't miss with that one, and Molina knew it. Great pitch.
Now Adams hits and is 0 for 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Tell you what, Manny Gonzalez behind the plate lets you know quickly, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
just missed inside.
Try to get him to back up. Get Adams to give up on it. This one didn't come back enough.
Sawed him off. Adams broke his bat and will do it again.
Cutter biting in on him. It's like Tom Glavine talked about one day. Chip, if you remember, he's talking about lanes that Tim pitches in, and he'll throw the ball to a left-handed hitter in that lane that's on the inside corner. And sometimes, like on the last pitch, it breaks in on their hands, and other times it breaks back away from their hands to the plate for a called strike.
That's the outside corner. It's a 3-2 count.
Never really had the plate. Now let's see what they try here. 3-2. I like that inside lane. See if they stay in there.
They do, and Hudson missed. So base on balls loads him up in the Cardinals' 6th. And the inning now in the hands of Tyler Green, Cardinals' second baseman, who's 0 for 2.
But has hit the ball hard twice. Johnny Venters begins to loosen up here in the 6th inning. Prado made a good play on Green last time.
Base hit to left. Schumacher scores. Holliday around third. The throw to the plate will not be in time. Adams stops at second. A 3-run inning for St. Louis, and it's a 1-run game.
And you see what a difference it makes when you don't hit that spot. And Tim was trying to run the ball in on his hands. The target was inside, and it didn't stay inside. It had too much of the plate, and Tyler Green ripped it.
And that'll be the end of the line for Tim Hudson. Freddie Gonzalez, I think, will take the baseball and go to his bullpen. 73 pitches for Tim Hudson. 5-4 Atlanta game.
We could have built an off-road vehicle for 4 and called it a day, but we built one that was off-road rated and a cabin with a...
Tyler Green with the bases loaded. Part of a 3-run 6th inning that chases Tim Hudson after 73 pitches and 5 2/3 worth of work.
Tim's getting ground balls, but look what's happened tonight. This is a great play by Freddie Freeman to save extra bases. Looked like they had the double play. Ball gets knocked loose on the slide, so for call is safe. Holliday followed with an RBI single to plate their first run. This inning, double play chance, but with for call running, a little too much air under that flip caused Uggla to be kind of off stride coming across the base. Didn't get much on his throw. No double play, and Holliday and his teammates come through with a 3-run inning so far.
And so Johnny Venters is into the game in the 6th. And he answers the AT&T call to the bullpen, and it has been a rough last 8 appearances for Johnny Venters.
Worked last night, an inning, 3 hits and a run, recorded a strikeout. Needs to come back from this 2-0 count and get Descalso and get out of the inning. That'll help. Got to be frustrating for Tim, who made some good pitches right up until Green, when he left that one out over the plate too much. But some ground balls hit in this inning, just out of the reach of people.
Up the middle. Base hit. Adams comes around third. Bourne's throw way too high and too late. Another hit allowed by Johnny Venters. And that ties the game 5-5.
And another left-hander that gets a hit off of him. And this was on a 92 fastball right down the middle. That wasn't 94 or 95 vintage Venters. That was 92. This time Michael Bourn comes up firing, but he didn't have a play really on Adams. Inning still alive. 9th batter in the inning.
So 4 runs are in for St. Louis. And Shane Robinson, the hitter, with runners first and second. He hits the first ball a long way to right. Hayward was playing shallow, drifts back, and makes the catch to retire the side. St. Louis bats around in the 6th inning. They tie the game. 5-5 your score.
Blimpie has been a part of America's tradition for over 40 years. Our subs are made with fresh baked breads, quality meats and cheeses sliced to order. Taste the difference freshness makes. Blimpie, America's sub shop.
We could have built an off-road vehicle for 4 and called it a day, but we built one that was off-road rated, and a cabin with enough room to fit 4 full-sized adults comfortably. You don't become off-road rated by showing up with the bare minimum. You do it by building the absolute maximum. Get low 3.95% financing for up to 60 months, plus up to $2,000 cash back on select vehicles.
Welcome to Longhorn Steakhouse. Come in and enjoy our juicy outlaw ribeye, fire grilled to bring out that perfectly seasoned flavor. Or for something new, try our fire grilled flat iron steak. Hearty, flavorful, and only $12.99. Or savor our bacon wrapped sirloin for $11.99. Perfectly seasoned for you. Fire grilled steaks are on tonight, only at Longhorn Steakhouse. And now, discover our lunch combinations, starting at just $7.99.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you in part by Ford, by the Home Depot, by Sony Pix, that's my boy, and by AT&T. St. Louis tied the game 5-5, a 4-run 6th inning. And one of the very popular features at the ballpark is the Home Depot tool race, and we've got new tools.
Yeah, it looks like due to injury, they had to call up some of their minor league prospects. They had to fill the bucket, stretch the tape measure,
and pinch the pliers. Now, the bucket was a big winner tonight. We had a near tragedy at the ballpark last night during the tool race. The saw had to be carried off the field.
Yeah.
It looked
injuries are taking their toll on the tools too.
It looked like a hamstring, but really the saw was missing a few teeth.
Oh, was that it? Oh.
Or so I was told. Jose Costanza leads off.
Okay.
The Atlanta 6th. And a new pitcher out there for the Cardinals, Mark Zepchinski.
It's Zepchinski, but it starts with an R, so you figure it out. It's kind of like Brett Favre, that's not spelled that way. He worked an inning here 2 nights ago. A walk and a strikeout.
Zepchinski came over from Toronto last July. with Octavio Dotel, Edwin Jackson, and Corey Patterson in the deal that sent Colby Rasmus, Brian Talent, and Trevor Miller to Toronto. Slow roller left side for call it short. Not in time. A 3-for-3 night for Costanza.
And that's what he did all August, all the month of August last year before he turned his ankle. Even little tappers like this turned into hits. And even with Rafael Furcal making the play with his good arm, Jose still beat it out. So a good start to the inning after giving up the lead.
Jack Wilson's 0 for 2. Let's see how the Braves play it here with nobody out. Jack was bunting and tips it into Molina's glove.
We talk a lot about the Braves pitchers coming out for extra work before batting practice, bunting and hitting. Today it was the position players who were out working on their bunting one by one.
Johnny Venters is due next. Braves will pinch hit for him. That's why Chad Durbin's loosening in the bullpen. At the knees, I suppose. 0-2.
Jack had a lot going on there. Showed bunt, pulled it back, got it back out there. And I think he was right. Fox track showed that was low.
Well off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So what seemed like a sure thing, a lock, with Tim Hudson on the mound, has turned into a tie ball game and start over, and it's handed over to the bullpens of each team. Start over.
Molina knocked it down, but can't prevent Costanza from moving up 90 feet.
See, that's just instincts. That's a great read on Jose's part, no matter who the catcher is. You get taught in the minor leagues, if you're a guy who can run a little bit and you're bouncing off, taking your lead, and you see the ball go in the dirt, as soon as it hits the dirt, you take off. So he still had some momentum moving towards second. And an easy crossover. Molina pretty much barehanded that one.
Fouled at the plate. We'll do it again.
Even in a 2-strike count here, 2-2, Jack will still, knowing him, he'll still be trying to hit the ball on the ground to the right side. keeps throwing that breaking ball down and in, and that's about as tough a pitch to try to hit to the right side as there is.
Jack does hit the ball to the right side, and he hits into fair territory in the right field corner. Costanza around third. The throw comes into second. The Braves are back in front. How about that at bat?
A beauty. His 4th RBI on 8 pitches that he saw in this at bat, but that breaking ball out away from him so he could go the other way and dropped it out of the reach of Schumacher. And the good speed of Jose Costanza, waiting to see if it's going to drop, and then a good read, still able to score because the throw went to second.
So Matt Diaz pinch hits.
More of the same, get him over.
And Diaz does just that. Adams handles it first. Wilson to third with 1 out. And he'll get the high five as he heads to the dugout.
Atta baby. Another pitch down and in too.
Infield in now for St. Louis. Michael Bourn up.
Might throw Bourn some breaking balls away, and if that's the case, Jack Wilson's got to be careful not to wander too far off third for Molina.
Up the middle, and Wilson's going to be in a rundown. Zepchinski, Wilson tagged out on the grass, stays in the rundown long enough to get Bourn to second, but that's the second out.
Quick reaction there by Jack, but he's caught in no man's land. But he did stay in the rundown long enough, and that was his object, was to stay in the rundown long enough to let Bourn get into scoring position.
So Bourne's at second. The hottest hitter on the club is Martin Prado, and the Cardinals will walk him intentionally and go after Brian McCann. Lefty-lefty matchup coming up here in the 6th.
McCann 0 for 4 against him in his career, and faced him on Monday afternoon and hit into a double play.
But the night started in great fashion for BMAC. First inning, a 2-run bomb.
Had Prado aboard, hit a high fly to right that just seemed to carry and carry into the front row.
While the Cardinals meet on the mound, we'll remind you tonight only buy a Father's Day 4-game plan and get 2 tickets to 4 Sunday games, including June 17th, July 15th, July 29th, and August 19th for as low as $136. You'll also get 2 catch on the field passes to use for one of those 4 games. Call 404-577-9100.
Zepchinski pitches away from his shift, tries to throw Max some breaking balls. Brian might take advantage and hit one the other way and get another run in.
That one pops away from Molina, and the runners will move up. His left hand is smarting. He's had trouble catching the ball against the Braves in the season series.
And it is a pass ball, and he was kind of shaking his left hand as he picked this baseball up. Oh, his thumb, that hit right off his thumb. And it looked like another one of those cases where a player put the glove right up in front of his face and misjudged the location of it. We've seen it on pop-ups. Watch this, right in front of his grill. So he loses track of the flight of the pitch and waffled it and got waffled.
Both of his hands might be hurting. Remember, he blocked the ball with a bare hand on a pitch in the dirt earlier tonight. And now McCann does bounce one the other way and throw for a hit. That's going to score 2 more Atlanta runs, and that's how you beat a shift.
Love it. Pass ball pays dividends in that the Braves get 2 runs instead of 1, and you see Brian not trying to do too much with this. No big swing, wasn't trying to pull the ball, actually looked like he was trying to fight it off that way, and got one past Descalso. Great job by Brian McCann.
And how about the Braves offense answering 4 Cardinal runs in the top of the inning with 3 of their own in the bottom of this 6th. And the lead now 8-5. Cardinals walked Prado intentionally, and McCann made him pay for that. Line drive to left. Second hit of the night for Dan Uggla. McCann stops at second.
Couple of innings tonight with crooked numbers. 3 in the first, 3 here in the 6th. Big innings for Atlanta. They're up to 13 hits. Out of Dalton, Georgia, loosening up.
Ground ball towards second, and for call at the bag, just ahead of Dan Uggla, retires the side. Big comeback inning for Atlanta. It all started with an infield hit by Jose Costanza, and the Braves again back in front by 3.
I'll see you in a little bit. You know, the great thing about Academy Sports and Outdoors is while he's checking out the fishing and camping gear, I try on jeans. Or something great for outdoors. Or working out. The hottest brands of athletic and casual shoes. I find ways to keep in shape. Plan my patio parties. See? Academy is the right stuff for sports and lots more. At low prices every day. Wow, all set, hon? I know we'll be back.
1939. My parents ran across an ad for a hot dog cart. My mother said, well, maybe we ought to buy this hot dog cart and set it up someplace. So my parents went to Bank of America. They met with the branch manager and they said, look, we got this little hot dog cart and it's on a really good corner. Let's see if we can buy the property. And the branch manager said, all right, I will take a chance with the two of you. And we've been loyal to Bank of America for the last 71 years.
Memorial Day may be over, but the deals are still on at your Honda dealer. It's your last chance to drive a new Honda Accord for under $7 a day, about the same cost as a cappuccino in Danish. Lease a new Accord for just $199 a month and you'll get all this. But there's not much time left. This sale absolutely ends this weekend. So get to your Honda dealer and get a new Accord for less than $7 a day before it's too late. Hurry to your North Georgia Honda dealer today.
For Braves news, videos, and more, log on to foxsportssouth.com.
Here's our Blippy game summary as the game moves to inning number 7.
Boy, good work there by the bottom of the order. Had good work earlier in the game from McCann and Freeman. Freddie's come back tonight with his glasses, a 2-for-4 night with a homer and a double. But in the bottom of the 6th there, after the Cardinals had tied the ball game up, Jose Constanza reached on an infield hit, and after an 8-pitch at bat, good job by Jack Wilson to not only get him over to third, but get him around to score to get the Braves back on top again. And then Brian McCann bounced one through the shift to plate a couple to make it a 3-run inning. Braves back on top 8-5, and Brian McCann's got 4 RBIs tonight.
Jose Costanza, 3 hits, a run, an RBI. And another AT&T call to the bullpen is answered by right-hander Chad Durbin. Durbin will face the 9, 1, and 2 spots for the Cardinals.
Chad's been getting some more regular work because his work has been very good. He's not given up a run in his last 10 outings. Worked 2/3 of an inning last night. Gave up a hit, struck out 2. How about these numbers? April and May splits. Pretty good work, and just a 118 average against Chad.
He'll face pinch hitter Steve Hill, who leads off the St. Louis 7th. And a roller hit toward Prado at third. 1 out. A much needed off day for the Braves tomorrow. Tonight ends a stretch of 33 games in 34 days. Then we hit the road for a 6-game stretch. The Nationals and the Marlins await.
You know, those are 2 tough series, no doubt about it. But you know what's as important as anything? Day off tomorrow, day off next Monday for this team that's only had 4 days off since the beginning of the season to this point. That's not many. It's not enough.
That may be the most important stat on our Jamison in upcoming schedule. One ball, no strikes. The count to Rafael Furcal, who scored 2 of the Cardinals' 5 runs tonight.
There's going to be one guy ticked off about the off day tomorrow, and that's Freddie Freeman. He's been off enough. He wants to play.
Well, he'll have his chance on Friday. Steven Strasburg, Gio Gonzalez, and Jordan Zimmerman, the first 3 opposing pitchers will face on the road trip. Strike 1 to Furcal. Washington's in Miami tonight, by the way. They are tied 3-3 in the middle innings. Full count now to Furcal. Chen-Meng Wang and Josh Johnson started that game for their respective clubs down at Marlins Park. Wilson, a diving effort, but Furcal has another hit. That's his 5th of the series and 2nd tonight. And here's the Cardinals postseason hero, David Freese.
He's got a lot of friends here tonight sitting down beyond the Cardinal dugout.
He swings the first pitch and skies to straightaway center. Thank you very much. 2 outs. Georgia Power customers can get a free in-home energy audit performed by an energy expert from Georgia Power. Learn how to save money and energy around your home. To schedule an in-home energy audit, go to georgiapower.com.
I don't understand that pinch hit appearance there. Unless Schumacher's hurt, he may well be. But David Freese hasn't played this whole series. He's been wanting to play, and the manager's held him out because of a wrist that's been kind of sore. He's got home run type power, so you'd like to bring him up in a chance where he could either tie or win the game for you, put you ahead. That wasn't the case. And Schumacher, 1 for 3 tonight, has hit the ball hard twice. So I'm a little confused on the use of Freese in that spot.
Swing and a miss by Holliday. 2 balls and a strike. Go. He did not. Don't want to walk Holliday, a dangerous man on deck. Yadier Molina, our Delta Airlines on deck batter.
No hits tonight for Molina, but 4 last night.
Runner goes and Holliday swings and misses. Another good inning of relief for Chad Durbin. St. Louis out of luck in the 7th. We head to the stretch with the Braves still leading.
Let's take a paint project from that looks hard to that didn't take long. Let's break out Behr Ultra, the #1 selling paint and primer in one, now with stain blocker. Each coat works 3 times harder. Priming, covering, and blocking stains. Let's go where no paint has gone before and end up someplace beautiful. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Behr Ultra, now with advanced stain blocking, only at the Home Depot and only $31.98 a gallon.
It's an event so big, we couldn't keep it all inside. Nissan's National Tent Event is back with 500 holiday bonus cash on top of existing offers. Now, save up to $36.50 on Altima or up to $2,500 on Nissan Rogue. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your local Nissan dealer. Hurry, when the tents come down, these deals will end.
Maybe your home isn't as young as it once was. Perhaps it's lost a step or is going through a midlife crisis. Well, you can turn back the clock with EarthSense from Georgia Power. EarthSense brings together the programs, resources, and rebates Georgia Power has to help you save money and energy. Official energy partner of making your home young again. Official energy partner of you. Learn more about available rebates and EarthSense programs at georgiapower.com.
Welcome back to the Coors Light 7th inning. Time for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. This play at second base on a throw from Freddie Freeman. For calls out there. And he's out there, but the ball comes loose. Jack Wilson couldn't quite hang on to it. And Rafael Furcal quickly points to the baseball for the umpire to see. That was the Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
And as this game heads to the home half of the 7th inning, there's another Freeze Cam shot. David Freeze into play third. Descalso moves to second. Tyler Green moves from second to right. And Mitchell Boggs is on to pitch. Mike Matheny channeling his inner Tony La Russa.
Out of Dalton, Georgia High School and the University of Georgia.
Jason Hayward leads things off. He is 0 for 2 with a walk.
Boggs with a big arm. Last year, 51 games for the Cardinals, 4 saves, 2-3 record, 3.5 ERA. .95, 97 on his fastball. Also a slider in the high 80s and a changeup.
Liner foul by Hayward. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mentioned the 4 saves for Boggs. The amazing thing for the Cardinals last year, in winning 90 games, they had 8 different pitchers save at least 1 game for them. Salas was the leader with 24. Bouncing ball to first. Boggs does his job and beats Jason Hayward by a 1/4 step. All right, we've had long enough to think about this. Our AT&T U-verse trivia question tonight. Since 2005, Tim Hudson has 92 wins, 4th most as a National League pitcher. Who has the most?
I'm going to stay with the Cardinals. I'm going to stay with Chris Carpenter despite all his injuries.
I'm going to say Tim Lincecum because he's got a couple Cy Youngs. We'll see if either one of us is right.
Headline maker. You know, if that had said active pitchers.
Ground ball to short. And Costanza's retired.
Post play. But it didn't say active pitchers, did it? Yeah. Doesn't say have to be active,
yep.
Although Roy just signed a deal with the Texas Rangers. And he was in the National League.
Foiled again.
Curses.
Even after a shot of the family on TV.
Oh yeah.
It's just not right. Well, we'll rally in DC. Jack Wilson had one of the best at bats in recent days for the Braves. His 6th inning effort, fighting off 8 pitches from Zepchinski, trying to move Costanza over. He ended up with an RBI double and put the Braves back in front 6-5. Moments after the Cardinals had scored 4 runs off Tim Hudson and Johnny Vetters to tie the game at 5 apiece.
Got a big league bat working right now too. Check out the fine car on that. Martin Prado like.
Full count. High pop as Kelso at second puts the squeeze on that, and this game moves to inning number 8. It's a beautiful night in Atlanta, and the Braves trying to beat the Cardinals again.
We spend a lot of time together.
Well, mainly in traffic.
I'm serious. We've been together, what, a super long time.
True.
And at first it was all business. You know, I'd take him here, I'd take him there.
Everywhere.
And over the years, we've really bonded.
Sure.
Why else would you always buy me a Chevron with Techron?
Because we need gas.
I think it's more than that. I think that you care about me.
You're a good friend.
Best friends?
Yes, best friends.
Yeah.
Your car takes care of you. Care for it. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
Ow.
Every time a local business opens its doors, or creates another laptop bag, or hires another employee, it's not just good for business, it's good for the entire community. At Bank of America, we know the impact that local businesses have on communities. That's why we extended $6.4 billion in new credit to small businesses across the country last year. Because the more we help them, the more we help make opportunity possible.
What happened to my sub? I don't know. Hey, Chief, did you take my sub? No, this one got avocado on it. Oh, mine had avocado on it. Wow, how about that? I don't. I'll be fine when I'm done. Thanks. Well.
Get your own Subway Chipotle steak and cheese with avocado, the rich superfood, or add it to your favorite sub. It's avocado season at Subway.
Don't miss Braves Live after the game, presented by AT&T.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you in part by Blimpie, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, by Georgia Power, and by Nissan. 8-5, the Braves lead as we head to the 8th. And fans take advantage of the Braves 3-day summer sales event and get 25% off tickets for any remaining 2012 games. You can choose from the Alumni Weekend games versus the Blue Jays, the Yankees series, 4th of July against the Cubs, or any other 2012 game. The sale is from June 1st through June 3rd. It's 3 days only, so don't wait. Visit Braves.com/sale. 25% off tickets for any remaining 2012 Braves game. It's Eric O'Flaherty time. He answers the AT&T call to the bullpen with the middle of the Cardinal attack up in the 8th.
One of his most dominating innings of the year was last night. 3 batters, struck out 2.
And Molina, sore hands and all, picks up his 6th hit of the series and is 1 for 4 tonight.
In fact, his work against the Cardinals has been very, very good. There are his numbers for the year. But against St. Louis, he's been in 3 games prior to tonight. 3 2/3 innings. He struck out 6 batters.
Now he faces Matt Adams, the St. Louis first baseman. Adams may have had the key at bat against Tim Hudson in the game. You'll recall that was in the 6th inning. Tim missed on a couple of close pitches with 2 strikes, ended up walking Adams. That brought up Tyler Green, who singled home 2 runs, and that was the end of the night for Tim.
You know, the 3-2 pitch, he tried to drop down and in on him and missed too far in off the plate. Didn't cause Adams to offer at that pitch.
Runner at first, Molina goes, and a little roller hit up the middle. Jack Wilson comes across the second base bag, fields cleanly, And retires Adams for out number 1.
Molina going on the first move he made, otherwise that might have been a double play ball.
Two RBI night for Tyler Green, 3 RBIs for him in the series. We mentioned the Braves are off tomorrow, head to Washington Friday night. St. Louis will travel after the game tonight, and they will make their way to New York. They open up a 4-game series with the Mets, then go to Houston for 3.
You know, the Braves travel tomorrow night, and so that, even though it's an off day and they're certainly welcoming that, it is going to be a travel day.
Lined on one hop towards second, bobbled once, twice, and a late throw.
One of those in-between hops here. Dan tried to smother it and had it, but too late to make a play. E4.
First error of the night for the Braves, but that brings the potential tying run to the plate in the form of Daniel Descalso. Not surprising, these Cardinals keep coming after you. Top scoring team in the National League. Outscored their opposition by 68 runs coming into play tonight.
And they're doing it tonight without Carlos Beltran, who is still available.
And getting ready in the Cardinal dugout. Stereo ooze. That one looked pretty good.
Just missed.
Shane Robinson's waiting next.
Carlos Beltran with the helmet and the bat looming.
And the bases are full. Roger McDowell out to talk things over with O'Flaherty. And Shane Robinson, the Tampa Jesuit High School product. That's the same high school that Lou Piniella attended. Has a chance to bring the Cardinals closer. It's 8-5 Atlanta.
faced O'Flaherty before. Better numbers, as you see, against lefties, and has been aggressive in the early in the count.
Is again fly ball right center. Michael Bourn tracks that down. Molina will tag at third and will score. Green moves up from second to third. That makes it an 8-6 game on a sacrifice fly. And look who is in the batter's box for St. Louis. It is Carlos Beltran. And that's what he's done to Atlanta pitching in the first 5 games of the season series. McCann can't find it, but it drops at his feet. 1 ball, no strikes.
The runner at first wants to go. You want to take off because you can see it and you know where it is. But because you know where it is, you know the catcher can find it in an instant and throw you out if you break. You just don't know how long it's going to take.
Line foul past third.
Well, that was biting in on his hands all the way, just out of the reach of Prado.
Up the middle, it's off O'Flaherty's foot, and a run is in. How many of those have we seen in this series?
Well, it looked like Eric was actually trying to do that for fear that the ball might get up the middle. But it appeared that either Dan or Jack might be able to get to this. See, he left his foot out there to try to get in the way, but didn't plan on it bouncing so far away. I'm not sure. Uggla might have had a play on that. It would have been close.
So Jake West
does it again.
Sorry, Joe. Jake Westbrook will pinch run for Beltran. And it's now an 8-7 game with Furcal up and David Freese lurking in the on-deck circle. Line drive foul, strike 1.
O'Flaherty's got his hands full, but he's got to keep an eye on the runner at second, Descalso, who's getting a huge lead.
Nice stop. And that's the importance of keeping that man at second base.
Well, and this slider of his tonight that was so devastating last night, he's throwing it short, and when you throw it short, hitters just don't offer.
Big cut by Furcal. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2. Got it. The Cardinals score twice, but are still down a run as we head to the last of the 8th.
Times are good, aren't they, kids? It's nice having UVerse, isn't it? See, back in my day, we didn't have these newfangled wireless receivers. So you had to watch basketball in the living room. That's where the TV outlet was. And if Mom was hosting a book club that day, guess what? You missed it. We couldn't just move the TV all willy-nilly all over the house. Kids today have it so good.
Okay.
The wireless receiver only from AT&T. Get UVerse TV for $29 a month for 6 months. AT&T.
Come take a walk along 12 miles of beautiful, pristine beaches. Come watch nature, untouched by man's encroachment. Come enjoy 5-star dining. Come relax at Hilton Head Island, the jewel of the South. VacationPlay.tv is offering a 3-day, 2-night, all-inclusive vacation for just $99 per couple. That's right. You receive breakfast for 2, lunch for 2, and dinner for 2, plus 3 days and 2 nights at one of our luxurious hotels on Hilton Head Island, like the Comfort Inn or Park Lane Hotel. Hilton Head's only all-suite hotel, all for just $99 per couple. Call 800-893-5760 now to reserve your getaway. That's 800-893-5760 for your 3-day, 2-night getaway, plus our VIP food package. Married or engaged couples only. Call now. Live operators are waiting. 800-893-5760.
Join us live for the number retirement of a Braves legend. Don't miss the Braves Live Smoltz Ceremony Special, Friday, June 8th at 7, only on Fox Sports South. Presented commercial-free by Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you in part by Ram Trucks, by Jameson Inn, by the Georgia Lottery, and by McDonald's. Another great ball game between the Braves and the Cardinals. 1-run affair last night, an 8-7 Atlanta lead in Game 3 tonight. And the Cardinals will bring on their closer, Jason Mott. He'll try to shut down Atlanta in the 8th. And he'll face Eric Hinsky, Michael Bourn, and Martin Prado.
He became their closer at the end of the season last year. One of those 8 guys you were talking about with saves. He had 14.
He's another guy that can really throw hard.
Beg your pardon, it was 9 saves last year, not 14. He can bring it. A converted catcher.
Upstairs to Hinsky.
He's 95 to 98 with his fastball, with cutter and just a very occasional changeup.
And on 4 straight, Hinsky walks. And Tyler Pasternicki will pinch run for Hinsky. Both managers going deep onto their lineup card today, aren't they? Atlanta trying to win its 28th game. Trying to go 5-1 this year against St. Louis. showed bunt, drew the bat back. 1 ball, no strikes.
Trouble getting the ball down.
Mott's missed with 6 in a row.
Hasn't pitched in 5 days and feeling a little fresh.
Another one out of the strike zone. 3 balls, no strikes, and now Molina will talk about it. He's missed with 8 in a row. Back-to-back walks in the 8th inning.
That's demoralizing to a club when you're fighting your tail off to stay in the ball game and rally to get back within 1 and have your closer come in and not be able to find the strike zone.
The Cardinals will get their bullpen busy. Matheny thinks Prado's going to bunt. He is. And it's a beauty high throw, but somehow Descalso got his foot back to the bag.
Nice play by Descalso, who you might remember started this game at third base. So now he has to become a first baseman while playing second, and saved the day there, at least momentarily, for Matt Adams.
So the Braves bunt. They have runners at second and third. The Cardinals will take the bat out of Brian McCann's hands after a 2-hit, 4 RBI night. That will load them up with 1 out for Dan Uggla, the on-deck batter.
Dan 1 for 2 with a walk in his career against Mott. And assuming Craig Kimbrell's going to come in the 9th, it would be nice for him to have at least 1 extra run to work with.
In 20 innings this year, Mott had walked only 4 men total. He's walked 3 in this 8th inning. Bases loaded for Uggla, 1 out. And a drive down the right field line. Green on the run, makes the catch in the corner. Tagging and scoring will be Pasternicki. Dan Uggla makes contact. It extends the lead to 9-7. Bourn tag moved from second to third.
Nice job by Dan to get that 1 run in anyway. Started slicing away from Tyler Green. Remember, he just went out there from the infield, and now he's asked to roam the pasture. So a little tentative going into the corner, but he made the play.
Freddie Freeman's had a very welcome return to the Atlanta lineup. New prescription glasses and Same old hitting success. A homer, a double, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. And a fly ball to right. Will drop in front of Green. Bourn scores. It's 10-7.
Eight of the 10 runs driven in by the middle of the order. 4 by McCann, 1 by Uggla, and 3 by Freeman. And it looked like, by Freddie, and it looked like Mott was trying to come in on him again. He threw one by him and tried to do it again. Didn't happen this time. Got his hands in there, got the barrel to the baseball, and just fought it off. Didn't crush it at all. But a mistake by Mott, thinking he could double up.
So this game has been like a heavyweight boxing match. Punch, counter punch. Braves led 5-0. The Cardinals tied at 5-5. Now it's 10-7 in the Braves, bottom of the 8th.
Big add-on inning, big add-on runs this inning. Houston took that one off the inside of his shin. Having a hard time shaking that one off.
And a 97-mile-an-hour fastball retires the side, but Jason Mott was very wild, and the Braves took advantage, scoring 2 more runs. A 3-run lead with 3 outs to get.
One taste of the new Cherry Berry Chiller, and you won't be able to pull yourself away. So we created Chiller Talk. Made with 100% fruit juice with natural flavors blended with ice. Bringing together the natural sweetness of cherry and raspberry for an ice-cold twist on fruit juice. Here for a limited time only. New McCafe Cherry Berry Chiller at McDonald's. The simple joy of keeping it cool.
Smell that? Why, that's not me. She probably cut the cheese.
I was in the jacuzzi, hang on!
Todd, your old man is here.
You were the worst parent ever! I was awesome! I remember me having to drive you home because you were too drunk. Somebody's hammered, they have another guy drive home. I was 8! You drove like a champ, too. Huh?
That's my boy. Rated R.
The Acura TL has better gas mileage than the Lexus ES350. More standard features than the BMW 335i. And the TL, with available super handling all-wheel drive, led Auto Week to say, this thing will corner at speeds that'll drain blood from your head. Thanks. We think. The Acura TL. Luxury that performs.
Visit your local Acura dealer. Luxury, intelligently priced.
10-7 Braves lead as we head to the 9th inning, and here are the specs on Freddie Freeman's night.
Oh, good call. 3 for 5 night. First night in the glasses. A home run his first time up, then a double, a single, 3 driven in. Up to 8 homers for the year. Time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. If you missed it, here was the home run in the first inning. Off Kyle Loesch to dead center. And a great greeting back in the dugout. That's today's Cold Hard Blast, brought to you by Frostproof Coors Light.
So to the 9th we go with Craig Kimbrell on to try to nail it down for the Braves.
Worked a 1-2-3 ninth last night with a couple of strikeouts.
Kimbrel, Papelbon, and Casilla and Francisco, all with 14 saves. That's the most in the National League. Chris Perez of Cleveland, a former Cardinal, leads Major League Baseball with 17 saves for the Cleveland Indians. Freese didn't swing. 2 balls and a strike.
And as I speculated when Freese pinch hit, wondering why he was pinch hitting back in the 7th inning, as he tries to get out of the way of that one. Barring injury to Schumacher, it was an odd time to use him. And Tom Hart says that Fox Sports Midwest, who covers the Cardinals, is saying that Schumacher came out with a tight hamstring. So that explains that. When you're trying to recover from a strained wrist, and it looks like his right hand because he keeps kind of pumping it like making a fist with his right hand, the last thing you need is some 97-mile-an-hour gas in on your hands.
Strike 3 called, and Freese doesn't like it.
If he had a reason to complain, looks like he did. Advantage Kimbrel. Ball was really moving away from him, or into him, though. Good tailing action on that fastball.
Matt Holliday's the Cardinal hitter. He's picked up 2 more hits in the game. And Craig ahead of him. It's almost unfair, isn't it?
It is. Holliday struck out last night to end the ball game after he thought he had walked on a 3-1 count, and then a fastball right by him ended the game.
And 2 outs. Day off tomorrow. One big game to start the Washington series. Our Chevron upcoming starting pitchers on Friday night.
A rematch from a few days ago. Strasburg 5-1 against Mike Minor, who is due to have a good outing. Maybe the road is just the ticket for him.
To Molina, who's 1 for 4 tonight. This has been a great season series between the Cardinals and the Braves. It would not stretch the imagination to think come October these clubs might somehow, some way meet again in postseason play.
Doesn't ease the pain of allowing the Cardinals that open door to go into the postseason last year that led them to the World Championship, but it does make you feel just a little bit better.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to short, and bobbled and lost by Wilson. The game still alive for St. Louis.
Ball came up right off the heel of his glove.
Matt Adams is the hitter.
It's one of those runs in the bottom of the 8th. You say it gives the closer a little more cushion. Well, it does, but it also gives everybody a little room in case there is a mistake or a bad hop. Craig's got to come right back now and finish it. Don't let it escalate.
It's got to be tough. You think the game's over. Crowd's roaring, 2 strikes, ground ball to short, and then you have to start over with a man with plenty of power. Adams fly ball to left. Costanza is there, and the Braves have won it. Braves win the series over the Cardinals. They win the season series 5-1. And they put on an offensive show in the wrap-up with the Redbirds, winning with 10 runs and 14 big hits tonight. Freddie Freeman's back. So is the Braves offense. We'll talk about that right after this.
Need a new car? Now's the time to get amazing